So once again, we're in the realms of random, crazy FIFA 19 experiments. This time, we're using all the Golden Boot winners in Premier League, Mane, Aubameyang, and Salah, because they all shared one. And they're really the only players on this team because everyone else is one rated, so not much those other players can help. And I do have Allison because we do want some sort of a chance. One thing I just want to mention is that all the subs are one rated except for Mignolet, because if Allison gets hurt, we still want a decent goalkeeper. I have reserves in case players get hurt. And also, one thing I wanted to point out, all the Golden Boot winners are African, which makes them look pretty good. I mean, makes sense. All their FAs are developing. And I think in a couple years they can be one of the best soccer continents in the world. So we're just gonna go into tournament mode and get this started. So here we go, just my predictions real quick, is I think that we're gonna, I don't know, I think we're gonna get relegated. I think we'll come in last or maybe second to last, because I think we'll get more than 5 points. That may sound pathetic, but that's really all I think we're gonna do. I did play a little bit of a game with them against Cambridge United, because I really wasn't confident at all. But I scored pretty early on, like 10 minutes, and just ended the game because I wanted to see if I could physically score. So I'm not going to watch every game. I'm just going to, like, skip parts of the season, just let you know what happens. But I'm just going to watch this one because it's our season opener, and I want to see what happens. So we're playing West Ham, who aren't really great, but they're not really bad, I wouldn't say. And they do have Felipe Anderson, Arnautovic, Rice, and Felipe Anderson scores right when I was saying he was good in the 18th minute. So I mean, it's been a 1-goal game. Clock's ticking down. We have 2 yellows, Salah and Getting, and it looks like that's how the game will end. And we are pointless after our first result. So I know I said I'm just gonna skip them, but I'm just gonna skip parts of the season. I know I said I was gonna skip parts of the season, sorry. But I'm just gonna skip to the end of this, and we lost 2-0. So now I'm gonna skip halfway through the season, and I'll let you know what happens. And currently we are in 18th place. Okay, guys, quick update. I somehow have no idea how we drew against Man City. As you can see, we were actually first to score, but then Sterling crushed our dreams 2 minutes later. Just Man City crushing Liverpool's dreams again. But that's very unexpected. I mean, they won the league this year, best team, one of the best teams in the league, and we're not even in last place, which may sound pathetic, but at this level, and we're up against Huddersfield, so, I mean, drawing City, I think we're on good enough form to do it. And just quick thing to mention, just keep in mind, all the stats are 1, even their stamina, so they have 1 stamina at all times. It looks like definitely Getting and relegated have no stamina, so it's gonna be a long season. We picked up another point, this time against Fulham. Fulham were ahead of us. They had 4 points. We had 1 going into this game. So now they have 5 and we have 2. So it's still a 3-point difference from my predicted spot. And honestly, I mean, I predicted we were coming second to last, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point if we come in last. A whole 1-rated players. Like, it might just seem like, oh yeah, they're bad, we get it. But, like, think about it. Just think about how bad, like, a 40-rated player is. But then one's just so much worse, and of course, like, you might think, no duh, but like, it might just not seem that bad, but it's truly just terrible, the worst you can ever have. So, once again, I don't really have a lot of hope, but we did get 2 points. My prediction was we were gonna get a little more than 5, so, I mean, we could be on track for that, and I'll give you an update in the halfway mark. We picked up another point, this time against Man United. So we picked up 2 out of our 3 points now against a team from Manchester. And I mean, we only got our points against Fulham, which is reasonable, but then 2 Big 6 teams. And looks like we scored in the 3rd minute. So, I mean, you may think United's defense isn't that bad, but it's not even one of the Golden Boot winners that scored. It was one of the 1-rated players. So, I mean, you may think United's not that great, but if they can let the worst player in the world get by their defense in 3 minutes, I don't know. You might need to do some cleaning out in your defense. So, I think we might actually get above, above 5 points. And since it's 17, 18 games, this is just going to be the midway season update. I'm not going to bother doing it in another 2 weeks. So we're just going to go to the top. I did not even know that myself. Brighton are ahead. 3 points leading Manchester City. Then you got Spurs, Crystal Palace, Everton, United in 6th, Arsenal in 9th. This is just, and then we're in last. Fulham are 8 points behind us. Ahead of us. So, and then, Southampton are 8 points ahead of us. Then Fulham are 2 points ahead of them. And then Fulham actually level on points with Cardiff, pretty close to Newcastle. So the relegation fight is pretty close. I don't think we can get it done, though. And also, we're just gonna look at the top scorers. Not really seeing any Liverpool. Yeah, there's no Liverpool players. None of our players have scored even 5 goals. Assists. I don't even know if our whole team scored 5 goals. I forgot to check the goal difference. Yeah, I don't see any of us on assists. Clean sheets. I don't really think we have any. Yeah, we don't even have a single clean sheet by the looks of it. And yellow cards, I know this isn't really something to be proud of, but yes, Salah's 3 yellow cards. Get in there. Red cards, I know we have at least 1. I saw 1 in the simulation. I think it was one of the 1 rated players, because I remember taking him out for suspension. Okay, where'd Liverpool go? I saw it. Definitely got 1 red card in 15 matches. And just take a look at the squad. Some players got hurt, so that's why, like, Relegated is in the squad right now. He's still injured. And I mean, this kind of goes to show even the Golden Boot winners can't carry a team this awful. But we're playing Wolves at Molineux to begin our second half of the season. Yes, we picked up another point, this time in a scoreless fixture against Arsenal. That means 3 out of our 4 points have been against Big 6 teams, so we've conquered half of the Big 6 teams. Okay, conquer isn't really the right word. And right now I'm just going to take a chance to check the goal difference, because, I wasn't paying attention when I checked the table. So, it looks like goals for, we have 10, that's pretty good, much better than I was expecting. But then we have 44 against us, so not ideal. What's that? Negative 34 goal difference. Not very great. And Southampton still have 11 points, but Cardiff has 17, so it looks like we probably won't be able to survive the season. I don't really think we'll get 19th spot, but it's kind of still on the table. Spurs are in first, but Brighton they're still gonna get Champions League games next year if they keep this up. We're up against City, and we're undefeated against them so far, so let's just see how this goes. We somehow drew Man City again. 1-1 again. Mane scoring the goal. You might see Oxlade-Chamberlain on this team sheet, just ignore that. I had to put him in because Salah got a suspension. There were 2 of the players that were injured. I didn't prepare this far. And it looks like he didn't score or do anything, so it doesn't look like he had a huge impact on the game. So I'm just going to take him out because Salah's suspension, he served his time. So we got 2 points against Man City. And Southampton are still at 11 points. We're at 5. So we have my goal. There's only 21 games played, so still quite a bit of time left in the league. So I'm just going to fix up the squad, and then we'll be on our way again. Point alert, we did pick up another point, this time against Leicester. Good to see 2 of the Golden Boot winners scoring. Aubameyang, Mane on the score sheet. And it looks like Vardy missed the penalty in the 39th minute, so that 1 pen could have gotten them a point against the worst team ever. So yeah, we have 6 points. Southampton got another one. So, hey, look, more scores 3. We've seen that before. So we're still 6 points behind, so it's unlikely we'll get any wins. So But Southampton, they don't really gain a lot of points. They pretty much gain them at the same rate we do, so not very quickly. So maybe, I mean, we've only played 25, and I can maybe see us getting 19th spot. I'm still not too confident though. Point alert, we picked up another point against West Ham. We drew, Ogbonna scored for them, Mane for us. And they actually scored fairly late, 70th minute. So that means we held them for fairly long after scoring in the 59th. So, I mean, we got 7. Southampton's still on 12 points. Anything could happen by now. Another point alert. Aubameyang got suspended, but it was a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth. So that gets us on to 7 points in, I think Southampton still have 12, I hope. And they do, so we're really creeping up on Southampton. They're only 4 points ahead of us now. And now we're up against United, and I need to take Aubameyang out because he got suspended for that one game. So yeah, let's just hope we get second spot, and I think we already clinched relegation. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, it's a long way back, and I'll just let you know what happens towards the end of the season. So we got another point up against Watford. Salah and King, who's a 1-rated player, scored. De La Feo got 2 for them, and it looks like we scored in the 80th minute. They scored in the 72nd. So I mean, games are getting closer and closer. I don't think we will, but we could get a win. I mean, and we scored against Watford. They're pretty good. They're a mid-table team. If we get a win, we will be level on points with Southampton, but their goal difference, well, they do have 46 against them. We have 60 against us. They only have 1 more goal than us. It's pathetic. But yeah, Watford are on 14th. So, I mean, we've got the Merseyside Derby coming up. Once again, anything can happen. And I'm actually starting to believe more we can get the 19th spot. So we drew Southampton, which is good because they did get a point from it, and they're kind of our enemies right now. But there are only 6 points ahead of us, so most of you would think, oh, you just need 2 wins. But what you kind of need to think is, no, we actually need 6 draws, and with 4 games left in the season, that's impossible. So if we want the 19th spot, we're gonna need to get a couple of wins, and it doesn't look like we will. I mean, we're playing some Big 6 teams, but I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll do an end of the season update with you guys. So there's 1 more game left in the season. Even with the win, we can't get second to last spot. So I'm gonna play this one just for the sake of it, and we're just gonna see how this goes. I mean, I don't really know if I'm expecting to win, but I'm not really expecting to get killed by that much, because the biggest margin has only been 4-0, which you would think is terrible, but when you look at the team in the grand scheme of things, it isn't too bad, and especially the league we're in. Premier League's pretty competitive. So yeah, we're just gonna play this one through and see how it goes.
To Bennett. Short passes, but they're keeping the ball. Pulls it back now.
Wolves have scored. I did not realize how just terrible our defense was, and it's actually just truly horrible. I mean, they can't defend, they can't get back quick enough, and Wolves are 1-0 up. Not what I was expecting. And Wolves are a tough team as well. I mean, if it was a bit of an easier team, maybe like Cardiff or Fulham, even Huddersfield, maybe I could be able to get a better result. But I mean, Wolves, they came in 7th. They were kind of like knocking on the Big 6 all season long. So I mean, they are decent opposition for any team, and it's even harder when your team's the worst players in the world.
In behind the defenders. He's in. Jimenez. And he scored.
So Allison kind of ran up way too close. Didn't get the save, as you can see here. I mean, but you can't really blame him when you realize the defense is that bad. And it was just a shot into a wide open net. 2-0 Wolves.
He's through. Surely. He cut it back looking for a teammate.
Allison got a hand on it, but it's still an in. Wolves 3-0. But
It's Jota.
the rest of the team,
Jimenez.
besides like the big three,
He's
who I'm
one-on-one
going
with
to
the
call from now on,
goalkeeper.
the Golden Boot winners, are not
Shots
really
up.
cooperating.
Got to keep his nerve here.
No, it's just a painful goal to
Delightful
watch.
touch to score the goal. Sace. Good vision here. Jimenez. Great move. Great goal.
Goals with the fifth. It's on the 60th minute.
Goal number 3 here.
Just a painful
And
game.
it's a perfect day for the player. Shots on here. Hit the bar.
They scored another goal, and I mean, I do have to give it to them. I know it's crappy defense, but it was still a very phenomenal goal.
Well, look at it
And
again.
6-0
Off the underside of the
towards
bar and in.
this
Yeah,
90th minute right now
spectacular, isn't it, when that
in the season. We got 10 points. I thought we would get 5. I said at least 5, maybe over. 9 points short of Southampton, and Cardiff had 36. Fulham only safe by 3 points. You see Burnley towards the middle of the table, Everton, Leicester. Oh, are there any other Big 6 teams down here? Just us. Yeah, it looks like just us. Okay, the first Big 6. So Brighton dropped out of European qualification. So it looks like Arsenal. So they're Big 6. We've got Man City, Chelsea, United, and Spurs. So all Big 6, but then us in last place. Spurs winning the league, United running up, Chelsea, and then I mean it was reasonably close, only 8 points in the end, and then it was 6 points between second and third, 1 point between third and fourth, and then 2 points in between fourth and fifth. That's gonna conclude today's video. Long enough, I think. And let me know if you want me to keep this team and see if they can do well in the championship. I really don't think they can. A whole 1 rated players, worst players in the whole game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. See you next time.